Davis, David Colley, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis-Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Horned Frogs headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Looking for blockers. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll start on the ground with Bothwell. Maybe a crease. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Bothwell. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Off the RPO, complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Going left, Fluff Bothwell. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? On the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it. With physicality, punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Oh, better look out. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Quarterback keeper. Thrust that arm out. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely bad.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Can't get him to the ground. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Showing off the arms. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got a little grass. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. So a well-executed 8th-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Taylor wants to throw it. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. Lowers that shoulder to another broken tackle. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might...
Just keeps moving. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it to the back. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Offense changing the play. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. To the air, it's Craig. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. They've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Number 8, set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And down he goes.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Taylor wants to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Breaks into the open. Powers through. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back. But look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Gets loose in the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
This quarterback is so unique, and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
TCU 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Taylor wants to throw it. Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing Starkville. Finds his man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Craig. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He wants to throw it again. Got him. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And they did tack on the extra point. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Lets it fly. He's got it inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it with Bothwell. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catch is there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Craig. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to fire.
How about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Pulls it in on the right. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
And now that completely changes the thought process for this offense. Like, you're thinking, don't make a bad play, don't turn it over, understand I might have to punt the football. Now you flip the field position immediately, looking to be aggressive to get some points.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window at the entire.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He finds a soft spot in the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's pretty good zone defense, man. Zone defense means I got eyes on the quarterback, and when somebody comes into my zone, then I'm communicating with the other guy, and they pass it off and do a good job seeing the crosser, going to him, breaking on the football, getting the tackle, and now forcing the fourth down.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He's going to take off. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Bulldogs take their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Horned Frogs will have it first and 10. Dropping back, it's Craig. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on second and 10. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Had to get rid of it quickly. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Payne. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forcing an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Taylor wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal.
139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Taylor wants to throw. They'll run the screen. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And he made the extra point without problem. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Payne. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking downfield, it's Craig. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Payne. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Payne. Makes the catch, and he's free. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Takes the easy one to the back. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Handoff, left Bothwell. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Got him downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Taylor wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Gonna run it. It's Payne. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making checks. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after he got popped out.
Great place to start for this offense. Here's a give to Bothwell. Picks up the first down. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Slithers into space. Got enough for the first. Speeding down the left side. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, TCU! This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Number 34, set to kick it off.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Oh, he's got some space.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Taylor wants to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory.
Blue 22. Blue.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've got the screen set up. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
Well, this defense is extremely disciplined. Right there, 1st down, screen pass. It doesn't fool them. Nice play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Got a man. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
There he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points. PAT. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Looking for space. It's Payne. Oh, and he knocks him out of the way, and he's running free. Turns on the Jets. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
I'll tell you, it's nice as a play caller when you know you don't have to call the perfect play. Even if it's not blocked properly, you know you've got guys like him who can make people miss.
And this whole offense gets energy from this guy because they love him, because he does that. He does the dirty work. Even if it's not blocked great, he'll make people miss, and he'll make huge plays for this offense.
They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And that last play is why it is a gift to have a short-term memory in this game. 2nd and long coming up. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Number 34, set to kick this one.
They'll snag it just inside the 10. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A designed run for the quarterback. Could be an alley. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20.
Talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Taylor wants to throw it. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
That keeps the score. Mississippi State 58, TCU 42.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole. Quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
Looking downfield on first down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He wants a big play here late. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. Has to uncork this one off his back foot. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Snap in the shotgun. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's West. Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a first down as this offense tries to put together a long drive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got the back over the middle. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Looking deep. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, TCU! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
He makes the grab for the two-point conversion, and now they're down by a single possession late. Time is of the essence, just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level there.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective.
There's a crease. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put this one in the vault.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
Yeah, and it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this foot.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Craig. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be...
Oh, he wants it all. And it's his fourth interception of the game. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big...
Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Payne. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They call the timeout here, and we have one, maybe two snaps remaining in this one. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, maybe a double pass. Pocket breaking down. It's complete to the right. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. After this, it'll be a wrap. Making side adjustments here. And that is how we will wrap this one up. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down.